Hey y'all, I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages, okay? Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, all beings of the highest, purest white light with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings. Okay, please give my wonderful and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Okay, so I'm gonna read you these notes first because they're pretty quick. It's just a couple of numbers. Okay, so the first thing that I got is 911. Okay, you could be seeing any combinations of ones, nines. You could be a life path number 1, 9, or 6. Okay, so it says, welcome higher knowledge and manifestation. Okay, so I feel like you're stepping into a higher level of knowledge and being able to manifest and create things that you want. I feel like you've taken all of your licks, and you've done a great job of choosing non-action when it comes to people who want to meet you with negativity. I feel like you're operating out of this energy of grace where you understand that everyone is connected and you have this amazing gratitude for life, and also you're very aware of the consequences that come from your actions. Okay, and this is why you're being gifted. And I feel like there could be quite a few people who are in a sadder type of energy, because they're not feeling that connection with the ancestors, that feeling with source. We got the page of swords, which gives me like, that jealous, spying, conniving type of energy, because people are burdened, and I feel like you have very strong boundaries. Okay, look, here's the strength card under that. You have very strong boundaries and you could be moving forward at a rapid rate, and I just feel like people that you may have released, that you feel like you didn't have a connection with anymore, are being very sneaky at this time because they're unhappy with the choices that you're making. But the choices that you have made have you rushing into this energy of celebration, and I feel like also they thought they were going to be able to rush in and slide more swords in your back, but no, you all hear Queen of Wanting just looking good and wonderful on people. So next it says, excuse me, ending cycles and starting new ones. Okay. It also talks about transformation, untapped potential, and confirmation. Okay, so this is confirmation. You have tapped into that untapped potential that you had before. You're really in a place of strong connectivity with the divine, and in a place where you're constantly growing. So there's no pulling you back down or pulling you backwards. Okay, I feel like I was going to say you're constantly going through spiritual awakening and enlightenment. I feel like you're someone who searches out enlightenment wherever you are, in whatever situation you're in. Okay, this is a call to embrace your light and overall fabulousness. Okay, because you are fabulous and wonderful and amazing, and I feel like now is the time for you to really hold on to that fact and really like raise yourself up, celebrate yourself, celebrate your life, celebrate everything that you've been through up until this point and all that you have learned, and just go crazy with the attitude of gratitude right now, because that's a very powerful attitude to be in, okay, or to have. So next was 969, okay, which talks about spiritual, emotional, and transformative energy. Okay, so you have transformed, okay, right before the eyes of so many people. I feel like you're very profound, but also you're about to make some profound personal and professional growth. Okay, it says brings good tidings about your success. Okay, so you're also headed into this energy of success, or you are already very successful, and maybe acknowledging that more will bring in a lot more of the success that you seek. Okay, it says you're extremely smart. Do not fear trying things. You have the ability to reach any outcome you wish to reach. Okay, it says time to share that hidden talent with others. Okay, so stop hiding those hidden talents. We want to see that shit. Okay. Next, I wrote water nothing down. Okay, so do not water down anything when it comes to you and presenting yourself, and presenting your light the way that you present it. Okay, also when it comes to building your ideas or the things that you think up in that beautiful genius mind of yours. Okay, next thing I wrote was the Yule log. Okay, so a Yule log represents lightning, the Yule Okay, so it represents lightning. Okay, the Yule log was used to symbolize the birth of Yeshua or Jesus by some, and Jesus's triumph over sin by others. Okay, it also represents the need to keep the stable warm for the infant Christ. Okay, but I feel like you have been doing a great job of keeping your fire warm and lit within you, and keeping that Christ light alive and well within you. You know, now I feel like you are the warmth and light that you were seeking for so long in your life. You know, in Norse mythology, the Yule log symbolized the return of the sun. You know, so I feel like you've definitely returned back to your beautiful sun energies. You also could be a fire sign, okay, with this Aries energy at the bottom of the deck, but I feel like you could have been very motivated recently. Okay, you also could be a water sign. Okay, you could be getting very distracted at this time. Okay, try to avoid distractions or anyone trying to like knock you off your square. Okay, we got catalyst though. Okay. So a catalyst gives me that tower type of energy. You know, maybe there could be some sort of energies rubbing you the wrong way in your energy at this time, but you need to just follow your guidance, you know, and keep focusing on your creations. You know, I feel like spirit's giving you all the right nudges and signals that you need at this time to, you know, carry forward and be successful in whatever area of life that you're facing at the moment, or whatever area of life you're, you know, focused on. So it says, use the situation you are going through right now as a catalyst for change. Sometimes experiences can be the catalyst for positive change. Do not wait to deal with a difficult situation. Deal with the issue now. Seek answers now, or the situation could get worse. Take the proper actions. It says, we have all heard sayings like, cut the trouble off at its head, or if you don't stop something at its source, two will take its place, or perhaps that if we don't address something now, it will grow more heads later. This is the legacy of the multi-headed sea monster, the Hydra, you know, and Hydra always makes me think about the villains in the Marvel universe, you know, where they're always walking around like Hail Hydra, you know, and they're all like on some very lower vibrational shit, you know, and it seems like when you cut off one of their heads, to grow in its place, you know. It says the Hydra constellation is said to be named after the monster or after a serpent-like creature similar to the famous Hydra. The Hindus see Hydra as Ashlisha, or Naga the snake. The most popular myths of the Hydra relates to the hero Hercules. In the second of his 12 labors, Hercules was challenged by King Eurystheus under the goddess Hera's control to kill the Hydra of Lerna. Killing the Hydra would not be easy. It possessed deadly poisonous breath that could knock someone unconscious. Its 6 heads could dismember and eat you. And if you cut off one head, at least 2 would grow in its place. Hercules covered his face tightly with cloth and his loin skin to stop the poison, along with his nephew Ionas. They fought and eventually killed Hydra by cutting off his head and cauterizing the stump before another head could grow. Okay. So I feel like this is what you've been doing. You've been cutting off these heads and you've been cauterizing the wounds so that nothing has the ability, you know, to grow back in its place. You know, I feel like you've been cutting things off and keeping them off. Okay. It says, while the king recognized that Hercules did indeed conquer the Hydra, he imposed another 2 labors upon him. The original labors were 10 because he had assistance from his nephew, and that the idea of using the torch to cauterize was not his own. Okay. So I feel like, what was I getting at? There was certain things that caught my attention. Okay. First of all, I feel like you got very creative when it came to figuring out different ways to make situations work for you. You know, I feel like people feel like because you passed their, you know, their tests, or you're not affected by their magic or whatever, that they want to try harder. You know, they're adding more things on. But I feel like you are a healer. You know, You're someone who is always finds success, okay? The words of power says, I deal with my problems with thought and promptness, So spirit's saying like, don't let anything build, If you feel like there's an issue or whatever in that moment, then just let that issue be handled. But I feel like, look, with the devil and the page of swords, there are people that are watching you, that are invested in you, who they didn't say whatever they had to say when they had to say it. You know what I mean? Somebody could even, have loved you, and it could have turned into something ugly. But I feel like them not expressing their love was actually something for you. It was a gift in disguise. This could have even been someone, this page of swords, okay? You could have been someone, it could have been someone that you kind of wanted to love you, or wanted to, you wanted their attention, you wanted their approval in some sort of way. And it's like you didn't get it. And that could have been what ruined you guys' thing. But you guys' thing wasn't ruined. It was just done. Okay. What is, yeah, we got the Chariot, okay? This was a catalyst for your forward movement, or this could be some energy that's coming up where someone might ruffle your feathers, or you might rub someone else the wrong way. But I feel like this is something that needs to be balanced out, maybe something that needs to be said, something that needs to be discussed, This person could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, okay? Or, the Chariot is Cancer energy. I'm seeing Scorpio, Capricorn again, Aquarius, and Gemini. Then I seen the Sun, which gives me that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. But I feel like you are in this Nine of Pentacles energy, I feel like you really try to avoid juggling, and also you really listen to your spirit guides, because they have gotten you out of, the most impossible things that, you ever, like, they got you out of the most impossible things in life, I feel like you really learn to put a depth to things, and really to trust that the things that happen to you are very fated. I feel like at this point you are really embracing of towers, and like everything gets exposed to you because you're the high priestess. So you know exactly when to walk away, and I feel like people are just not liking that, they might want to start a little bit of conflict with you, but it's just because they're under judgment and you're in line for the harvest, and they're feeling a little bit burdened about that, wanting to come in and cause some sort of illusion. But you're very good at standing your ground, and you're the magician, so there is no like out magicking you. Okay, we got the Ace of Swords, because you're really standing in your truth and being very honest about who you are and what you offer. Your leaps of faith that you take are very innocent, and also, like, I don't know, it's like, now that you know what potential you hold and where it is that you really want to go towards, like, your wish fulfillment has been activated. Then I see Justice, then I see the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you've been working very hard, and this is why everything that you've been putting your energy into is going to pay off for you. So, like, I hope you don't feel like there's anybody that can stop it, because they really can't. Okay, 4 it is. So let's see what these low papers talking about. So it says powerful alchemist. Okay. So you are, like I said, this beautiful magician, this very powerful alchemist who really knows the answers. Okay. Like, you literally know the answers. You might not know the answer to everything or how every single thing is going to play out. But when it comes to, your health and, whatever it is you're meant to be doing for the divine, you get all of the skinny that has to do with that, especially about these haters and doubters. Okay. This is what it say. It say haters and doubters. What else? Yeah, so I feel like you're just moving forward. I'm hearing, I float on them, just float. They hating on that goose down in my cup. Float on them, I float on them, just float. I don't step, I don't walk, I don't dance, I just float. I feel like you're really above all of it, and I feel like some people are feeling like there's a lack of closure here, between you and them. Like, they may want to come in and connect with you, but I just said that, like, somebody kind of wants to come in and have a talk with you, and it could seem like, some sort of tower or some sort of catalyst, but this is all in the name of your forward movement. Maybe you need a little bit of closure. Okay, we got 2 eggs. Okay, so 2 eggs is giving me an energy of, like, maybe there's something you may need to come together with someone else and crack open, like I feel like this conversation that the two of you could have could bring some closure and could crack open some new possibilities or some new things, some new ways that you guys could go. Also, eggs is like, that energy of fertility, that energy of like creation, that energy of life. So I feel like maybe there's just two eggs that need to be cracked as far as, haters and doubters and closure, like maybe you just need to let people just say whatever they need to say, or, like I feel like Spirit's saying you might need to entertain some people's explanations and hear people out. I seen the surprise card. I feel like you might be surprised of what they say or the way that they take credit. I feel like some people are wanting to admit that they judged you wrong. I feel like some people realize that like they were being very judgy of you for a long time, but really they just were haters and doubters of themselves. Excuse me. We got nurture with take your licks. I feel like you really have taken all of your licks. You're at a place where you're just like indulging, really pampering yourself, really caring for yourself very well. We got family with all in the pride. This could even be family members, who want to like, who see you. Like, I feel like it took them a while, but they see you now. I mean, it's up to you at the end of the day. You use your discernment. Everybody's situation is different, but we got curiosity with worth the risk. I feel like you might be a little bit curious to see what these people have to say or where they're coming from on things, and if you are, you should absolutely hear them out. What is this? Joker. Okay, stir it up. But if you get that feeling, okay. But they saying that this is not that though. They saying that they're not coming in because they lack closure. Like they might come in and act like they just lack closure, but really they're haters and doubters. Okay. And you could have two things. The song, you're gonna need me one day. Okay. I feel like this could have been people with that kind of attitude, like, oh, you don't need me, you gonna miss me type shit. And it turns out you don't need them or miss them. So now they like, oh, well, I need closure. I want to come in and balance these things out with you so we can move forward together. But y'all not meant to move forward together, okay? Yeah, release, let it go. Y'all not meant to move forward together, We got Hunter with stay with the process. I feel like this could have been someone that's been really on the hunt for you and for your energy and trying to figure out how they can like slide in there. I feel like your angels are really protecting you from these haters and doubters at all costs, but you're a powerful alchemist in your own right, and so you really just don't have anything to worry about. I feel like you're very good at transmuting, at cauterizing things before they grow into something bigger. What is Okay, yeah, releasing. You are very good at releasing energies that do not serve you, especially if they wish to judge you or try to give you feel like you need to get your ass whooped or go through more things in life because they don't like where you are. That's a personal problem. I feel like you've done a lot of purification, a lot of spiritual cleansing to let certain things go to get to this place where you feel like within you is a utopia. It's a sanctuary. You found serenity. You found paradise and peace within you. And your angels are saying, that's great. You don't have to let nobody in who is not prepared for relocation just like you. I feel like you're always in a place where you're prepared for the relocation, for the ascension, always ready to absorb the lesson, absorb the light codes, and absorb whatever it is Spirit's trying to give you, And so that's where you need to stay, And it's cool if you want to hear people out, but I'm going to tell you right now, they're not genuine. Especially if they family members, okay? Look, we got the root portal, okay? Especially if they family members, which goes on top of family and curiosity. But I feel like even them trying to make up with you, it comes from a place of like, first of all, they feel a little bit fearful and they are feeling like they need to do something for their survival at this time. Like some people's stability and vitality could have been stripped from them for the games that they were playing, tried to come for your peace and serenity, What's curiosity and Joker? Yeah, trust. I feel like you made this big decision to put more trust in Spirit, And I feel like it says haters and doubters, but the trust card says overcoming doubts, insecurities, and patience, So it's like You already overcame these doubters. You already overcame these haters, and now they feeling like they got a lack of closure. Well, they need to close that shit, because I feel like you've closed and forgiven all of it. Like, I don't feel like they lack of closure is your problem, because they had a chance. Okay, we got adventure and play. Okay, we got innocence. You are innocent in this thing, and I feel like you really truly have let it go. But like I said, they want to come in and they want to be the Joker. They want to stir some things up because they see that these manifestations are coming in. So this is what your angels are saying. It might seem like you might run into a tower, okay, because you might have a bitch pull up mad, okay, and feel like you owe them some sort of explanation, or you need to explain something to them. But at the end of the day, you really don't. You really don't. Yeah, we got destiny, okay? That's all you worried about. All you need to be worried about is your destiny, your divine purpose, your passion, and your service that you want to do for others. I feel like people are really hating because you make them reflect on a truth within them that it's like all of your comfort with your identity and your self-love and the way you accept yourself kind of makes people question themselves sometimes. But I just feel like you've released the responsibility for the way that others feel, okay, with the star, okay, with the star and the 3 of Cups. This is why you're celebrating and in such a higher energy, because you release the need to like fix yourself and fix them. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, what's releasing in utopia? But I feel like that could have taken a lot of your energy in the past, trying to learn your lesson and teach this person the lesson that they should be able to just gather. I seen 2112. I feel like for a long time you were just like trying to mirror these people who stayed very judgy of you the entire time. So I feel like this is why you're moving forward, because I feel like you've realized like there's only so much you could do. Like, you've learned to be very, very patient and just sit with the fact that some people just are who they are, and that sometimes in certain cases you're just better on your own, because you know what lurks beneath all of that extraness that's on the surface for you to see. You know that there's really a tower under there with the 7 of Swords. There's really a sneaky underhanded motive. So your angels are saying you need to really trust yourself when it does come to these haters and doubters. They didn't just turn into they didn't just turn into somebody that loves you without doing the work. Maybe they do love you, but they don't really have love for you. Like, they don't love what you do or something about you. Okay, what's the 5 of Pentacles coming out of the cold? I feel like they're being very sneaky about keeping you out in the cold. Like, they want you to trust them and just overcome your doubts that you have about them, but don't do that. Stick to your boundaries. Yeah, with the Empress, okay? The Empress fell out and it went like this and it was in reverse, okay? So, I can't even pick it up. Okay. We're going to leave it in reverse though, because I feel like it's about this Joker, which is what it's right under. Yeah, we got the Hanged Man. I feel like this person is really a vampire. I feel like they think they can pull down energies like you, like they're deserving of a harvest just like you, but they're just really not. They're the opposite of everything you are, and they're under judgment. Period. Because you're the High Priestess, okay? Yeah, and the 3 of Swords, because they're kind of heartbroken about it, okay? With the Ace of Scythes, okay? That's the big facts. So I don't feel like you have anything to worry about though. I feel like you're on this very universal vibration. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like you're on no negative shit at all. We got the Temple of Mary. Okay. Let me show you longer. I'll be looking at myself like, but when I get into channeling, I'll just be moving fast. Okay. So it talks about emotional expression, playful innocence and exploitation. I feel like these very people, or this person, this Empress in reverse, this person like kind of used your emotional expression and your playful innocence against you. Like, they used it to their advantage. Like they feel like you always got the eggs, you always fertile, you always are ahead, and so why not use you? You know what I'm saying? We got light activation. It says evolution of spirit, actioning of plans, and transcendence. But I feel like this new place where you are in life, like they're having a hard time, like getting into your energy. What's the Seven of Swords and the Five of Pentacles? Okay, Tibetan fire serpent. Okay, with the number 33. Like you have mastered yourself in some sort of way, like because you seek higher truth and you activated your discernment and you choose a better path and you hold a strong authority in your path. There's nothing anyone could ever do. Okay, you have this great inner oracle, like something within you that keeps you balanced. You know the minute that the energy is off in any type of way, so they can't trick you, and that is pissing people off. Okay, we got the spirit of light, but you shining, and you could have very healing hands, and also you're very empathic, and you could have this strong connection to animals too, you know. So I feel like your instincts are on 10 because you got like animal spirit guides around you all the time. Okay, you're a light seeker. Okay, a visionary. You could even speak light language. Okay, and I feel like you hold a lot of secrets, you know what I mean? Like you understand the workings of like ritual magic and things like that. You're very observant, a very good student, you know. You could even have like a photographic memory, and you're very good at healing, okay? At taking the healing steps towards what's best for you. So this is why your path is always cleared, okay? Or why your angels are clearing the path the way they are for you at this time. Because all of these haters and doubters who didn't get a chance to get their closure had every opportunity to explain themselves or to make situations right, you know, but they chose not to. Yeah, we got the Two of Keys, and now they feel like you're the treasure that they completely missed. They did not see it. They was blind to the fact that you were this King of Swords, you know. Like they missed your very smart, very genius energies, and they didn't see you as someone with this vision for the future. They didn't see you as someone with all of this spiritual help, you know. They didn't see you as someone that was capable of climbing the mountains in your life, and they just knew you was going to lose this war. But I feel like now that you're connected to your guidance and you're actually winning the war, they just can't believe it, and they just really wondering what makes you look at. This is more of that egg energy for me, you know, that bird nest energy. But the Three of Forces is the Three of Cups, you know. I feel like you, like I said before, you know, you're in this place of celebration, and I feel like someone could be these haters and doubters, okay? They could be very self-centered, okay? You could have like a narcissistic family or something. And I just feel like, you know, like these baby birds are giving me the energy of like they always want you to be like feeding them your attention, you know, feeding them your energy. It's like they didn't have to work that hard to extract the energy out of you. Like you were just giving it away, okay? And because you was giving them your energy, they were able to have like, I don't know, some sort of like control over who you meet, who you run into, what kind of energies, you know. Like it was easier for them to like set you up, you know. Like they was playing chess before you even knew you was playing chess, and when you became aware of the fact that you was playing, you like, all right, I'm caught up, you know. I feel like you really caught up to the nonsense, and not only that, you're good at it. You're way better at it, okay? Balance. Like you have this balance in the way that you see things, you know. The Seven of Forces is that Seven of Cups energy too, you know. Like it is your balance that keeps everything so clear for you. It's like spirit writes down all of your messages, you know, in a neat way and just sit them on your desk, you know. Like they make you aware of everything. You get all the news and everything. There's nothing that's like a secret. Yeah, because you choose healing. What's when I part the deck? Okay, up in the air. It's up in the air for them. They just don't know if they'll ever be able to affect this beautiful balance energy that you're in. Okay, look, you finna get these wishes fulfilled whether they like it or not. okay? Because you're seeing everything from a higher perspective with this Queen of Keys energy, okay? Winning the game. You know, winning the game of life. It says, words are, in my not so humble opinion, our most inexhaustible source of magic, capable of both inflicting injury and remedying it, you know? And I feel like these doubters and haters, okay, they chose to use their words to try to inflict energy upon you and your life and the way that others see you. It says things we lose have a way of coming back to us in the end, if not in the way we expect. You know, I feel like they didn't expect their own words, their own venom that they were spewing. Okay, like the Hydra that spews that poison. They didn't expect that poison to kill them in the end. They thought it would just take you out, you know, or that they would be able to regenerate easily after you took them out. But like I said, you cauterized the wound so that whatever was left is what they were stuck with, okay? It says at the end of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Harry snaps the Elder Wand, the most powerful wand in the world, in two because he doesn't need the wand. He's a very magical being. All of the magic comes from within him. He could utter a few words with no wand at all and make that magic happen. And this is the kind of power that you possess. And I just think, excuse me, that these people wasn't ready for that shit. Or this Empress in reverse. Let me get another one. So, yeah, this love spell shit, okay? They could be doing these love spells, you know, or they were. And I feel like now they're very infatuated and obsessed with you and what it is that you do, you know. It says now a Martentia doesn't create actual love. That would be impossible, but it does cause powerful infatuation or obsession. And for that reason, it is probably the most dangerous potion in this room, you know. I feel like they was love spelling it up, beauty spelling it up. But now these things are backfiring on them, you know, and you looking great, feeling good and all of that, you know. It says in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry is put on trial before the Ministry of Magic for performing magic outside of school, okay? Although the ministry wants to expel him, Harry, with Professor Dumbledore's help, asserts that his actions were justified due to life-threatening circumstances. Fortunately, he is found innocent and allowed to return to school. You know, I feel like these people might even come in and be like, oh, you know, they were threatening me like to do magic or whatever, you know, or whatever, like whatever kind of sorry ass excuses they got for whatever betrayal they've done in the past. They under judgment for that shit and they feeling the heat. And that's the only reason why they want to talk about anything. It says every great wizard in history started out as nothing more than what we are now, students. If they can do it, why not us, you know? And so that's where the maybe you should just talk to them and hear them out came from in the beginning. You know what I mean? Because like I said, everybody's on their own path, you know. But I personally, you know, if you want to know my opinion, I wouldn't even bother, you know. But I have, like, I really trust myself, my gut, my spirit team, you know. So I feel like if they separate me from something, then I can 100% trust that that thing is just something that's not good for me, you know. No matter the person, place, situation, or thing, you know. But also I am very aware that sometimes spirit throws me back into situations that I would rather not be in, back toward judgmental people that I would rather not be around, back around people who only want to stir up things in my life and feel like I should take more licks. But I always end up learning, I always end up gaining a deeper understanding of that situation or of that person or another point of view of how I could look at that thing and that person, you know. So like I said, at the end of the day, it's all up to you. What's the final thought on this? The song saying, I guess I'll see you next lifetime. And that's just where I'm at with it. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Wait a little while. It says soul retrieval, okay? Deep soul healing with the goddess. And then at the bottom of the deck, the temple of black obsidian, okay, which is that protection energy. The dark healing chamber is what it talks about, though, which is more of that energy. Because, when you're dealing with someone who is very obviously a joker and judgmental and, willing to risk it all to tear you down, having an encounter with them is having a brush with the darkness or going back into the darkness to learn a lesson. Dealing with someone who could potentially bring in a challenge just to expose the sneaky actions of that person. But in that way, you are still learning something in the darkness. And you always end up coming in from the cold. So don't fear anything or any person who might want to come in and say anything to you. It's okay to meet it with love and to know that you are protected from those energies. And how can I want you for myself when I'm already? Come on. There it is. Baby. So it says, Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power, as well as the opening gifts and soul abilities you did not know you had, okay? But this also gives me that energy, okay? Because it says, did you know that pieces of you can get trapped in the past, and that is absolutely possible when going through situations like these, when you're dealing with haters and doubters, people that want to argue with you and all of this shit, and you have those times where you are a little bit, like human, and you would jump in there and you argue and you give them that energy that they want. You give them that shit that they're looking for. But sometimes those moments are so detrimental that a piece of you is left with that person, and sometimes you need to get that closure. You need to talk things out with them. You need to hash it out so you can collect that part of you back, or even you just need to throw some forgiveness at that situation or take a look at it and change your perspective on it in order to retrieve that golden part of you that came out of that. So it says, in traumatic experiences and in relationships, even those long since gone, because part of your power remains with another. This can happen because of permission subconsciously given for them to hold a piece of your spirit. Then the time comes for such permissions to be revoked and the pieces of self to be reclaimed and restored to the soul. It says, master healer and goddess of deep soul restoration, the Lady Isis, now guide you to make peace with the past and reclaim the lost piece of your soul. The time has come for you to take yourself entirely into your own possession, to call back your soul from trauma in this lifetime and others, to give yourself back to yourself wholly and completely. In doing so, your life will flourish, infused with greater energy into beautiful new expression. It says Isis calls the soul back into wholeness again. Her passion, determination, and unfailing love for her beloved Osiris restored him from a dismembered, distorted, and fractured self into a whole divine masculine being once more. The Oracle of Soul Retrieval gives you, hold up, guides you, okay, to forgive and reclaim your own power and energy in totality now. Even if the trapped energy is so unconscious that you don't even know that you are missing a part of yourself, search for any inner places that feel incomplete or draining is a way to commence the process of soul retrieval, okay? Forgiveness can be a good place to begin the work more consciously. And that, can be kind of hard sometimes, and it definitely don't stop the hating and the doubting and the judgment, does it? But it's really important to you. Forgiveness is for you. It's really not for them. Okay. It says you are simply reclaiming your energy from the situation, person, or experience so that it is at your disposal instead of being trapped in their energy field. What is most likely to occur is that the person, place, or situation will simply fall away from your life and be released. You will not be opening yourself up to attack You will be wiser and stronger for your forgiveness and the ability that forgiveness gives you to reclaim your spirit. You will have more energy, and with no further effort, you will actually move on, not just in mind or body, but in spirit. Okay. So, with that, I'm done. Just look within, get really investigative and find out if there's any things, with your family that you're holding on to that you haven't forgiven. Like, you really don't have to hash it out or have any conversations with anyone. It's just a matter of just acknowledging it. Okay, I felt this way, I felt that way, I felt that way, and I don't want to feel that way no more. I forgive them, I forgive myself, I call back my power from that situation, and I thank you, God, for clearing that up. It's just that simple because your words are that powerful. So, like I said, I'm done. Have a happy, have a fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, and I will see you later. Bye.